Hello, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. And what I want to bring to you today is Ormonde Jayne and a top 5 that I find very appealing. One of these is pretty new and it is called Vanille Afriques. I hope that's how you say it, Intensivo. And on their website you can find where they will tell you it's been poured at maximum strength. This is an absolute gem of a fragrance, and the way I discovered it is through Scentbird. And I ordered it from selections that they had. You can choose your subscription type, and then I have 3 that comes in every month, and I chose Ormonde Jayne. And I chose this vanilla fragrance. And when it first came in, I wasn't sure about it. I have also chosen this fragrance too, and they have a nice selection from Luxury Scent Box. So I've tried it a couple of times, and as you can see with a full bottle purchase, it means that I really enjoy it. And it is not your typical sweet gourmand type of vanilla. It's easily worn all year round. It is unisex, and I do think it's solidly in the unisex category. Some people may even consider it more masculine. Masculine fragrances can be very appealing to me as well, but I do like that feminine twist. And here we have it. But I can see where this would be very appealing on a gentleman as well. The top notes are orris butter, jasmine absolute, magnolia bud oil. That's interesting, and I'm not even going to pretend like I know what that is. And osmanthus. In the heart, you have coriander seed, Sicilian bergamot, carrot seed, which we see a lot paired with orris, with iris. And you have a delightful pink pepper. In the very soul of the fragrance, you have Madagascar vanilla, bourbon vanilla, cedar wood, favorite of mine, vetiver, amber, and musk. So when I read the list of notes, I get something that is definitely not very super feminine, and when you smell it and when you have a chance to experience it, it is an experience. It is not something that is your ordinary or typical vanilla, which I think is what makes it so perfectly suitable for men as well. This has some woods and spices in it that makes it very interesting. And for me, it became a very addictive vanilla fragrance. And I did place it on my Scentbird selection as well as my Luxury Scent Box subscription before I purchased a full-sized bottle. When my husband smelled this, he had a thoughtful look on his face, and he said, "This is different. I think I like it." Well, that's how I felt. The second sample had him agreeing with me that it possesses something that is unique, and it has a very strong addictive power. I asked what he liked about it, and he said it wasn't sweet. The orris butter does give this creaminess, so we don't miss out on a creaminess. And the other thing I like so much about this is that it has a slight lipsticky quality to it. But if you're a gentleman, please don't let that deter you from trying it, because it's quite lovely. If you do not like woodiness or spiciness, then the fragrance may not be for you. This is not your fluffy vanilla. This gives us more of an earthy, vegetal, almost a rootiness that is very addictive in my opinion. The first spray to my nose came out a little harsh. I had to give it some time to discover the beauty of it. I can imagine being on vacation, and as the breeze catches this fragrance, it turns it into a calming scent for those around you. My nose finds this to have a very soothing, spa-like quality. I consider this lovely, warm weather vanilla with good longevity and sillage, and they are pretty strong depending on your body chemistry and how many sprays you feel like you can spray that day. I believe it is versatile enough to wear to work, but I also think it's elegant enough to wear to an evening event. And as I mentioned, it is not a safe blind buy. I also think it would be very unfair if you tried to determine at first sniff what you think about it. I think you do need a couple of times of trying it on separate days, which makes these type of travel decants very convenient and actually very cost effective by saving you money by not having to blind buy. 3 words for Vanille Afriques would be irresistible, resplendent, and soothing. And that's a whole lot to have in one fragrance. The next fragrance from Ormonde Jayne is one that I did not think would be appealing to me, but I absolutely love it. This is called Damask, and I do love the bottles. They're very thick, the tops are heavy, and they fit on there very snug. And the spray, the atomizers are quite diffusive as well. Let me show that to you. That is one of the best atomizers. This fragrance is purely addictive. It's a floral, slightly gourmand fragrance that's very feminine. I would definitely choose this for spring or summer, but I think it could easily be worn in the fall as well. I have a tendency to like the heavier notes when the weather turns cooler, so I can't say I would necessarily choose this, but it is absolutely beautiful. The top notes are black currant, something I love, Argentine lemon, have no idea what the difference is between the lemons. I will research that and let you know. Also pear, which I adore in fragrances. In the heart you have rose, but it's I think it must be the Damask rose, for which the scent would be named after. I've discovered that I don't really care much for a Taif rose, and there is such a difference in roses. But this has a rose, a jasmine, and those pink berries that turn it into a real gem. And then in the soul of the fragrance, you do have amber, musk, and vetiver. The fruity notes, such as the black currant, pear, and the pink berries, are really given the chance to shine in this fragrance. This is not that old rose. Ormonde Jayne has high quality ingredients, and they really do shine through in all of their fragrances, depending on the scent profile that you choose. This is absolutely beautiful with a moderate lasting power and sillage. I think amber, musk, and vetiver really is what gives this one a difference from being just an ordinary rose fragrance to something that is very, very special. Damask could easily be signature scent worthy. It's not a Delina type of fragrance. I think that this is very easy to wear without any harshness or sharp edges, and it's just gorgeous. 3 words would be shimmering, grace, and airy. The next fragrance on this list is Levant. This is a floral woody unisex fragrance leaning feminine in my opinion. Spring, summer, but could work all year if you live in warmer climates. And let me say, I did try Levant through Scentbird, and currently it is available to be able to add to your basket if you wanted to give it a try. Scentbird subscriptions, I have heard people say that subscription services are not really worth the money. Well, that may be true depending on your budget. In my opinion, it has really prevented me from making some very costly mistakes in the world of fragrances. Levant is not one I would have chosen a couple of years ago, but recently when I placed it again on my Scentbird order, I understood what the love for this fragrance is all about. In the top notes you get bergamot, mandarin, and also tangelo. You also get rose petals. In the heart you get lily of the valley, which is a delicate fragrance to me, peony, which I absolutely love and pairs so well in rose fragrances. You also have orange blossom and jasmine, so you do have some of the white florals as well. In the very soul of the fragrance, you have cedarwood, amber, and musk. Levant is a scent that is happiness, with an opening that is dazzling joy. With its juicy fruitiness, it includes that fresh bergamot, sweet orange, and a delicious tangerine. The floral is a bouquet with exquisite quality that includes a delicate, fresh, and green lily of the valley. I love lily of the valley, and it brings back some fond memories for me. I also get the ruffled petals of the peony, which is such a delightful scent. And to combine it with the jasmine, the orange blossom, it all just contributes to the bit of sweetness in here. I picture a floral bouquet, freshly picked in the cool early morning, with dew that still clings to the petals as they are dropped into a clear glass vase. It's not cloying or overwhelming combination of notes at all. And then we're rewarded in the dry down, which settles into a gentle, creamy musk, warm cedarwood, and that golden bit of amber. It becomes like a gentle embrace. It has a very nice lasting power and very inviting sillage that is quite blissful. As I mentioned, I tried this a couple of years ago, and I still did not enjoy it. I tried it twice, and when I put it on my Scentbird calendar, I really thought it was just going to be like a write-off. Okay, I'll try it again. But I found that many fragrances have grown on me over the last couple of years. Fragrances that I may have not enjoyed in the past or may not have reacted quite complimentary on my skin. And some fragrances, like Levant a couple of years ago, turned into just be a real miss instead of a hit. But now I'm glad I tried it again, and I would not have done that without a subscription service. So is a subscription service worth the price you pay? I think that they are. 3 words for a Levant would be sophisticated, lingering, and quite flirty. The next fragrance on my list is going to be another one that I have discovered through Scentbird. I am not sponsored by Scentbird. They just let me know how much they appreciate me each month when they charge me for their fragrances. But it's a delightful way to try their scents. This is Ormonde Jayne Ambre Royale. This is truly a unisex scent, and some people would consider it more masculine. Ambre Royale was worth a full bottle purchase for me. The top notes are green notes, orange absolute, and a bergamot that is not too sharp. The heart notes are jasmine absolute, osmanthus, rose oil, amber, orris butter, and orchid oil. The soul of the fragrance is cedarwood, ambroxan, which helps it to last quite a while, tonka, patchouli, and musk. And I discovered this, as I mentioned, through Scentbird, and when I added it to my calendar, I tried it and I thought it was really nice. The very first breath of Ambre Royale gives me a stunning brightness. With that bergamot and orange notes, the citrus in the fragrance really kind of prevents the fragrance from becoming too heavy. The floral heart combines very smoothly to create like a floral velvety sweetness with the middle notes and the amber to create a golden warmth that is not too sweet. The orchid oil adds a luxurious soft touch. The rose is subtle and blends very well with the amber core of Ambre Royale, obviously the star of the show. The base notes add a refined woodiness and also gives it that powerful and enduring base, probably because of the ambroxan as well. The cedarwood is always a note that I love because it adds such a gentle woodiness, a richness. To me, it's like the smell of fall when you're walking in a forest. That's what I think of with cedarwood. Love that. And the musk gives us a very enveloping type of softness. I also detect a little bit of smokiness that I find quite appealing. I also detect a very soft woodiness that I think is very appealing. Ambre Royale is a fragrance that I feel like is easy to love. It has a quiet confidence. It's a complex fragrance that is masterfully blended with the intense concentration. I don't think this is for someone who doesn't enjoy a warm amber fragrance. And if you don't like woodiness, then you may not like this fragrance either, because those two things, the woodiness and the amber, do shine through. This is a fragrance that absolutely commands attention, but with an air of quiet confidence. It's intensely warm, deeply sophisticated, and utterly luxurious. I think Ambre Royale is perfect for any grand occasions, any elegant evenings, or really any time you want to feel like you're putting on a cloak of glowing splendor, and I do think it can easily be worn by a man as well. I asked my husband what he thought of this scent, and he said it was just fantastic. He even asked for the name of it. This fragrance is Ambre Royale, and the three words I would use to describe this would be confident, opulent, and enduring. The last fragrance on this list is Frangipani. It's a spring-summer unisex fragrance. At first spray, it opens with an incredibly bright, almost sparkling citrus blast. This is absolutely one of the best Frangipani fragrances I think available. It opens with that brightness, with that citrus blast, as I mentioned. You also get a zesty type of freshness, and you can definitely smell a lime, which is joined with a little delicate sweetness that's almost like a honey of linden blossom. And there's also a soft, sweet greenness, probably from the magnolia. The opening is delightful, airy, and very effervescent. As the scent settles into the heart, you will get the star of the show that really blooms on the skin, the Frangipani. This is absolutely gorgeous, creamy, and a very natural smelling quality to Frangipani. Not at all chemical-like, which I have found with some fragrances, but this is absolutely beautiful, and I would not expect less from Ormonde Jayne. The bouquet does include a tuberose that is not bubblegummy or indolic. It's more of a classic tuberose. The rose and the aquatic clean feel of water from lily of the valleys, and there is a touch of plum. I can't say I get plum in Frangipani, but it's supposed to be in there. It just isn't coming through on my skin. But there is a slight fruitiness to it that gives it kind of a modern feel to it. The dry down is where Frangipani is really given the opportunity to shine. It blends with a soft, clean musk, and is just blending seamlessly with your skin, creating a beautiful fragrance that I'm not going to say is like your skin, but better. It's definitely not a skin scent. It's definitely more projecting, and it does not take very many sprays. I've worn this last year and also this part of the summer, and it is so warm with that resinous touch of amber. It's also very creamy and has a sweetness of Madagascar vanilla, and I can't say I would pick out Madagascar vanilla or any vanilla. What I get is an exotic floral, kind of solar floral, and it is not gourmand in any way, even though it does have a touch of vanilla. It also has that subtle foundation of cedarwood, which I think provides that perfect woodiness to anchor the fragrance. This has an elegant, luminous type of refined, charming, tropical floral combination that is very well constructed, not beachy and not overly sweet. This is more airy and bright, and I believe it would be an easy to like that is more versatile than many typical beachy tropical type of fragrances. I understand the appeal of a beachy tropical fragrance, but I don't always find them an easy reach for me. But Frangipani is definitely one I feel is easy to reach for this time of year. If you're having a gray kind of day, you're feeling maybe a little down, then Frangipani can add that warmth and a touch of sunshine to your day. The lasting power is moderate and it could be strong on many people. There are so many tropical, beachy, exotic type of fragrances on the market, but I think this one has more class than that, and it lingers for several hours, and in my opinion would be very hard to dislike. So give Frangipani a try, and if you decide on a subscription service, maybe you'll be able to pick it out and try it before you purchase it. 3 words for Frangipani would be sunshine, exotic, and alluring. Many of the fragrances on this list are considered classics. The newer ones like the Vanilla and the Ambre Royale, well, they are destined to become classics, certainly in my closet. Ormonde Jayne does have beautiful quality from the bottles, including the top, to the packaging, and to the quality of juice inside. It's a house that I may have overlooked in the past, but I would encourage you not to overlook. It's absolutely a beautiful house with some real heavy hitters. They also have wonderful fragrances that lean masculine and that you may enjoy if you're looking for something for your sweetheart or even for yourself. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please like, share, and subscribe. Interact with me in the comments, and I'd love to hear from you and find out what Ormonde Jayne fragrances maybe you're wearing that I need to try. And I will look forward to seeing you in my next fragrance video, my fragrance friends. Thank you. Goodbye.